Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I have changed my website address, so it is now jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. And I know that I've been using a different website address for quite a long time, but I have had to change it for various reasons, so that is what it is now. Anyway, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work in Scotland, and I've come on to do what I think is a simple card. It's going to be black and white with a pop of lovely lipstick in it. That's my idea anyway. What I wanted to say to you is, when this stamp set came out, Butterfly Gala, it came out as a bundle with this punch, which I've forgotten the name of, but we call it our Butterfly Punch. Bear with me, I'll get the name. I've got this here. This always happens to me. Bear with me. I've got it all, I've thought about it, and then as soon as I switch the button on, I've forgotten. So just give me a second. The punches are here. Butterfly Duet, the punch is called. And I've just dropped a pile of card on my floor, but I'll just leave that there. Anyway, so when this bundle came out, everybody was like so excited because we hadn't had many butterflies for a while, and I think a lot of us had been saying to Stampin' Up, we need butterflies back, we need butterflies. So they came out with this, and it's fabulous. It's a lovely stamp set. I've used it before. It's great. It's a fabulous stamp set. It's got great sentiments. It's got 8 different butterflies and the bits that you can add colour. It's got the antenna, it's got the body. It's fabulous, and I use it a lot. But what you might not have noticed, this came out last year in the spring summer catalogue, the mini catalogue that comes out at the beginning of January. But when the annual catalogue came out last year, it had this fabulous stamp set, and it took me a wee while to realise that how fantastic this was. But the one thing I didn't realise immediately is that this butterfly and that little butterfly there work with the Butterfly Duo punch. So I'm going to use this butterfly in the card that I'm going to show you today. It's absolutely gorgeous as well, because it's got blossom, it's got a branch of blossom, it's got these 2 different, I've forgotten what they call this particular style, but it's like, when it's stamped, it's almost like photo quality. They're just absolutely delightful. But today I'm using this one simply because it works in the punch. All right, so let's get cracking with this card. So I've got 2 inks actually. It's not just 1 ink, it is 2 inks. So I've got my Memento Black, because I'm doing a kind of monochrome, almost a monochrome card with black and white. So I've got my Whisper White cardstock. I'll tell you the measurements in a minute. But I'm going to add a pop of colour in this with my lovely lipstick, and we'll just see how this goes. But this is the stamp set I'm using. I've already blocked up the butterfly. What I haven't blocked up ready is the sentiment I want to use, and this time I am going to use "A sweet friendship refreshes the soul." But it's got "Love to celebrate you," "It was a perfect day because of you," "Welcome," and "Birthday wishes." So there's loads there. So I'm going to take this one out, and of course I've not got a block to hand, but luckily my case of blocks is just to the side here. And here we go. Using my grid paper, a bit more in the middle so you can see, kind of trying to get that in a straight line, and then using my grid paper to, if I got the block, then using the straight lines, then hopefully that's in a straight line. So I've got a black base card in our basic black, then I've which is half a sheet of A4. Cut a sheet of A4, cut in half and then scored in half. Then a layer which is 10.1 centimetres by 14.4, done that, and for my sort of focal point of my card I've got a piece of card which is 10 centimetres by 7 centimetres, and the basic black, the layer behind it, is 10.4 by 7.4. So that's those we will be using, and I've got a scrap of Whisper White for stamping the butterfly that I'm going to punch. So on this one, all I'm going to stamp on that is the sentiment. Now you might want to use your Stamparatus so that if it doesn't come out right, you can go over it. Excuse if you hear any bangs and bashes. I think my neighbour, one of my neighbours, is moving out. So again, because I've put this straight, if I put that on a straight line, using my grid paper, and I want this straight there, so I'm using my eyesight as my block is straight, my paper's straight. Hopefully my sentiment will be straight. Just give it time to transfer a wee bit. And there we go. I kind of have recently re-inked, so that the end of the A there is a wee bit dodgy, but I'm just going to leave it for the sake of the video. If you're unhappy with that, obviously you can set that aside. It's just I re-inked my pad, but for some, even though I have gone over it a few times to even it out, there's still a couple of wee bits that are a bit. I'll need to go over it again, but obviously I'm not going to do that during a video, so I will do that later, but we'll just work with it. Right, so then I need my layer. I've kind of got a composition in my head, a simple composition. Now I have seen it flying past me on the internet, but I can't remember where I saw this composition. So if you're watching and it's your composition, please let me know and I will credit you. I don't think it was with Stampin' Up! Products that I saw the composition, but I'm just going to stamp off here just to check. Yeah, that's looking okay. So like using the middle of this to ink up, because I think it's at the edges there's an issue. So basically I kind of want this one, maybe I should put that in the middle-ish. Yeah, and I'm just putting that one, stamping it off about there. And then, well, I've lost my lining up anyway, but sometimes just use your eyes anyway. And this one will stamp it off around there. So that's all I'm doing on that just now. And then stamp a spare one on here that I will punch out. Okay, I'll set that to dry just now and we'll stick things together. And this is the one we're going to punch out, and I'm going to colour that one up a bit. So I'm going to I'm thinking just for added interest on this card, so I'm not decided whether to put, I was going to put one of these through, or both of them I guess, through the Subtles folder, just to give us a slightly different texture. I just need to make sure that ink is properly dry. I'm actually not going to put this one through, because if that ink is still wet there, it's just going to make a blobby mess. But let's pop this through the Subtles embossing folder, just to give a different texture on our work. So I've folded that. I'll just be a second. I'll just pop this through the Big Shot. Just talk amongst amongst yourselves. I know it's alright, I know it's not a live video, I'm just joking. But I will be as quick as I can. I just don't want to bring my big shot into shot, so to speak. I'm just checking that, I don't know how much you'll hear me, but I'm just checking that it's, no, it's not really that great, so I think I've missed a layer off on my big shot. Sorry about this. That feels better. I want it to have some texture. Here we're coming. We'll be back in a minute. There you go. Just a bit of texture. Alright. So then I'm going to glue this. The glue's fallen down, that's not good. Just glue my layers up. That Subtles embossing folder is fabulous. If you don't have one, I would say if you were to get one, you'd probably use it on a daily basis. It's fantastic. It's called Subtles for a reason, obviously. But it just gives a nice linen. I've made a splodge with glue there, but I'm just going to see. Well, actually, no, I'm going to take it off now. Using one of these microfiber cloths just to get that off dry. And that's taken most of that off there. Look at the mess of me. And then I'm going to layer this onto my blank card. Just a run of Tombow round. Just going to pop this upside down and give it a rub. And then this one I'm going to give it a pop of colour, and I had, for goodness sake, I had it a minute ago, the thing. Here it is. I was going to tell you about them. If you like using ink but you don't like getting dirty, and I've forgotten what it's called now. Oh, the what? I hate getting old. This getting old thing and forgetting your words is horrible. Let me just... What's it called? Somebody tell me. Oh no. Do you notice I've been so used to doing live videos, and people do prompt you when you're doing video live, and then when you're doing a recorded video. A sponge dauber. There you go. A sponge dauber. We're here to entertain. So I'm just going to take just a wee bit of this colour, I hope, onto my, get the colour loaded up onto my sponge dauber. And I just love this brightness, and I am going to miss this colour when it goes, and it will go at the end of May. We'll get new, and this is part of the in colours that we had from 2018 to 2020. These will go at the end of May, but I predict they will sell out long before that. They're beautiful colours. The Grapefruit Grove, Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch and Blueberry Bushel, and this lovely lipstick. They're fabulous colours, and all I'm doing is introducing this beautiful bright pink it is. Onto this butterfly, just purely for colour. get it very dark at the edges. And then just gently, with less pressure, just put some colour into the middle bit, but just much lighter. And I'll just leave it at that. It's just to add a pop of colour onto this card. And close it. So if you don't already have these in colours, the 2018 to 2020, it's a set of 5. They're beautiful. If you don't have them and you want to have them, I would suggest you deal with that fairly soon. The links will be to these products will be on my blog, which, as I've said already, is jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm tripping over it myself, but I will be it is in the description box below. Punching out. I've got a spare white one I can use for something else. Where's my bone folder? So I'm going to fold up the wings, but then use my bone folder. Just bend them slightly, just to give it a bit of dimension. Then we put it on the card. Oops. Bring these in and my dimensionals. So I've lost my layers now. Right. You could actually use dimensionals. This layer's going on there, and you could use dimensionals to put that on, but because I'm going to have this lifted slightly like that, I might not put the dimensionals in there. No, I'm going to glue this flat, because then you're going to have a problem sending it through the post. So let's just... I know this stamping here is not perfect. I'm probably not really... Well, if I do send this, it'll be a friend, so they won't get upset. But obviously, you could turn... If you get in a muddle like that, you could turn it over and do it again. So I'm just using eyesight to sort of judge the space here. And then just a wee glue dot there. But what you can do is you can, whoops, to help keep the, where are my wee, why is it when you want something it never jumps out? Here we go, the little, all sorts of things in there. The little mini dimensionals. My words are not good today at all, and I've lost my pokey tool. Where are you? There it is. Because my glue dot's jumped a wee bit. I want it on the middle part of the body. There we go. And I want 2 of these little mini dimensionals. I want one there under the wing and one there just to keep them up. So if you've just discovered my channel, please subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified of when I'm coming on again. And please, if you've got any crafty friends who you think might enjoy these videos, please share with them. See, by putting the 2 dimensionals under the wings there, even if this gets squashed down, it keeps that a bit of lift there. So there you go. A sweet friendship refreshes the soul. It is an easy card. I've added texture with the embossing folder, but I think this would look equally nice without that. I quite like the clean and simple look about it. I'm not too happy with blotching my ink there, but I'm just going to leave that. I've given you the idea of a card that you can make. I don't know if I can focus in a wee bit there. Let you see that clearer. Thank you so much for sticking with me this far. I really appreciate your support. Please comment below and let me know what you think of this card and any other ideas that you have. I do have a group on Facebook for you to come and share your crafting with us. We're quite a big group now, and we all share our craft, and I particularly like to see what you make inspired by what you watch on my videos. But thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.